Wednesday, May 6, 2015. Paper review. Headline of Daily News today. Johnson remanded to be produced before the Kurunagala magistrate today. Arrested for offence coming under the Public Property Act. Colombo Chief Magistrate and Additional District Judge Gihan Palapitia yesterday ordered the remand of former Cooperatives and Internal Trade Minister and Parliamentarian Johnston Fernando until today. The former minister was arrested by the Police Financial Crimes Investigation Division yesterday evening when he visited the division to make a statement over alleged offences coming under the Public Property Act. He was later produced before the Colombo Chief Magistrate. The Chief Magistrate and Additional District Judge ordered that the MP be produced before the Kurunagala Magistrate today. The FCID had filed a report over the incident before the Kurunagala Magistrate. The FCID objected to the granting of bail to the former minister since the matter is an offence coming under the Public Property Act. Another headline in Daily News, Basil further remanded. Former Economic Development Minister Basil Rajapaksa was further remanded until May 7th by the Kadwala Magistrate Court yesterday. Former Economic Development Minister Secretary Dr. Nihal Jayatilaka, Divinaguma Department former General Director R.R.K. Ranawaka and Divinaguma Regional Director Bandula Tilakasuri was also remanded until May 7. Police arrested Rajapaksa and the three ministry officials on April 22nd. They were arrested on charges of misappropriation of fund in the Divinaguma Department, which came under the purview of the Economical Development Minister. Rajapaksa left the country on January 11th for the US following the defeat of former President Mahinda Rajapaksa, and he arrived in the island on April 21st. Other headline in Daily News, Tissa expulsion invalid SC. The Supreme Court yesterday decided the expulsion of UNP former General Secretary Tissa Athanayaka from parliamentary seat was invalid as the due process was not followed. Athanayaka filed a petition before the Supreme Court on March 6 challenging the cancellation of his party membership by the UNP. Another headline in Daily News, a meeting filled with irony. It is twist of fate to see former President Mahinda Rajapaksa, who denied the premiership during his regime, going behind president. Next we move to Daily Mirror. Daily Mirror 2 mention Johnston remanded. FCID grills him for 6 hours over the alleged non-payment of 5.2 million to the CWE. Former Cooperative and Internal Trade Minister Johnston Fernando was yesterday remanded by the Colombo Chief Magistrate on the charge of non-payment of 5.2 million rupees to the CWE after ordering that goods be released during the North-Western Provincial Council election. Another headline in Daily Mirror, government considering action on crossovers. The government will consider action on crossovers by parliamentarians when enacting electoral reforms, Justice Minister Vijayadasa Rajapaksa said yesterday. One more heading in Daily Mirror, Kerry assures better times for tea trade with Iran. US Secretary of State John Kerry has said Sri Lanka tea trade affected by US sanctions on Iran would be on better footing when US-Iran relations are normalized soon, a minister said yesterday. Next we move to Ceylon today. Johnston remanded. Colombo Magistrate remanded former Minister Johnston Fernando yesterday over allegations of financial irregularities in Sri Lanka's Satosa during his tenure as a Minister of Cooperatives and Internal Trade. He will be produced before Kurunagala Magistrate today. Earlier in the day, the Financial Crime Investigation Division arrested the former minister. Police spokesman ASP Ruan Gunasekara told Ceylon today. Another headline in Ceylon today, MSMR meet today. The much anticipated meeting between President Maithripala Sirisena and former President Mahinda Rajapaksa will take place today at the President Office in Parliament. The meeting is to take place at 1 p.m. Another headline in Ceylon today, Kahavatta shooting. Premalal back in remand. Palmadulla Magistrate Dinesh Lakmal Pereira further remanded 7 persons including former Deputy Minister of Power Premalal Jayasekara till 19th May in connection with the death of supporters of President Maithripala Sirisena during the 8th January 2015 presidential election campaign. One more headline in Ceylon today, FIM being probed for fraud. The Bribery Commission has launched an investigation against the United National Party Colombo Municipal Council member MSM FIM for fraudulently extracting money from persons. We looked at paper highlights of today's newspapers. We'll meet tomorrow with more headlines. Until then, stay with Athavan News.